Going live.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
We're live this Easter. How are you doing? We've got
Howdy.
pocket nines here in the Sunday Reloader.
Easter.
10-4-2 on the flop. Do we like it? I don't know. I kind of feel like it's kind of a clean flop for pocket nines. I kind of feel like Caster probably is looking at like 8s or 7s or 6s, thinking the same thing we are. So let's continue with the hand. Make the call here, lose porch, and see what Caster does on the turn. Sounds like a good plan. Happy Easter, JPM 700. How are you doing, man? We got Rick the Hat. What the heck is up, crew? Not too much, buddy. How are you doing, bud? And that's gonna be it for us. Porch making the check shove probably puts him now at pocket queens, pocket jacks, and pocket nines is not going to hold up against that matchup. So puts us at 8,400. Lame. Vice Chick, how you doing? Happy Easter. Great to see you, Vice Chick. Let's see. Do we want to modify that? No, we'll just close it. Okay, a little king-queen offsuit action now. We've got a couple of tournaments that we're playing tonight. Besides this reloader, we'll if this doesn't go well for us, we'll jump into the 3K nightly and the 2K nightly. But I really like this reloader because so many people don't get that rebuy, or that. I guess it's not a rebuy, the add-on. They don't make it to the add-on period. It's not like the rebuy where you can start with a double stack. Caster, I'm going to go ahead and fold to you. No telling what he's got. He also has a huge stack, very aggressive. We'll get out of his way. So, yeah, what is it? $3,000, 4,000 for first place in the Sunday Reloader. Not a bad Sunday pickup. Not a bad Easter pickup. Buys a lot of
No, we're no
on
more
sale
chocolates.
Easter
No,
candy.
we're not eating anymore. I had too much sugar last night. We had a milkshake.
If we win this, we got to spend at least half of it on Easter candy.
No,
We
we
got
have
to
to
rush down to
have
Walmart, get the 50% off.
No way.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a plan.
I think I have diabetes now.
Yeah.
It's not something to joke around about, Dutch. I've been having too much sugar. I have a headache. It's like I drank a bunch of beer.
I'm not joking. We got to
No.
go get some Easter candy.
No, we have enough candy here.
We have
have
none.
enough candy, Dutch Boyd.
Zero candy. We've got zero candy. We've got zero Easter candy. I didn't get an Easter basket. I got no Easter chocolate. In what universe is that enough? Making the fold here with 8-4.
Oh my gosh. Well, it wouldn't be so bad if we just did it in moderation.
Bruce Cohen in the stream. Good to
Says
see you,
I.
man. Good to see you. 58 likes on the top 10 poker books. Sweet.
Nice.
I'll have to actually make that a video. We got Rinclaw chilling out with us. Good to see you, Rinclaw.
Rick the Hat wore his hat that he won from the league to his office party, and it was a great big smashing hit.
Nice.
That's
Where's your
my
hat?
hair's wet, so I'm not gonna put it
Not
on.
gonna wear it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna wear it with my hair wet.
I don't blame
I just jumped out. Dutch didn't leave me any hot water, so freezing here.
Okay, so what are we looking at, guys? Sex Gym Poker. We got MDX88 Caster all putting up a fight on this flop. Caster with the under the gun raise. Been pretty active here on this table. And MDX88 putting up the defense. That Queen of Hearts gonna put MDX88 in a calling position if he's got a jack. So not really a great river card for Caster to fire out a bluff on. He's not getting the jack to fold. And if MDX88 was calling with a hand like King 10 or a smaller pocket pair, well, Caster's probably already ahead. Unless he's up against those smaller pocket pairs and the queen doesn't sell the story that Caster's trying to tell. Caster could bluff on it. Yeah, jack 2. Caster was thinking the same thing. Thinking, I'm not going to be able to shake this guy off of a jack. And I think that you missed your spot there, Caster, on the flop. I think you just checked back, didn't you? Yeah, just checked back. Decided to go ahead and fire out on the turn. It's one of those situations. Caster had the ace-deuce suited. I don't really love raising with it to begin with, but if you're going to raise with it, go ahead and c-bet with it. On a queen 8-3 board, pretty dry board, you're going to lose everybody that doesn't have a queen or an 8 in their hand, probably. Maybe the smaller pocket pairs call you, maybe the 7s or the 6s call you, maybe. Maybe the ace-3s call you, or the 3-4s call you. But most likely, you're going to be losing the jack-2, and Casher cost himself a 2,000 pot plus a 1,300 delayed c-bet by not just firing out there on the flop.
Wow, Gyps, Guy Pie? Guy Pie.
Was that a was that a
It's a name. I was gonna call him Gypsy, but it's Guy Pie.
Guy Pie?
Yeah, Guy Pie.
Yeah. So
The sex gym poker beat Guy Pie. It's pretty funny.
and Rick the Hat, I will check that out. Auth
Fine
0.
dialogues.
Definitely, authentication is one of the is one of those pain in the asses when it comes to writing a site. A lot of times, what people end up doing is using the authentication from other services like Facebook or Google Plus or Twitch even. I just wrote an app on a. By the way, we're going to call this getting 4-1 against Freezer. I just wrote a. We just completely whiff it, so we could probably check raise here. Actually, I think Freezer oftentimes has like an ace king, ace queen, ace jack, and we can win this one. We get the overcards to fold. Well, now what? Okay. Overcards are ahead, Freezer. You might have been bluffing, but there's just no way that 10 high is ahead there. Even your bluffs are ahead. Making the fold with 2-5 suited.
We're gonna like take over the poker world.
Got
Is
3
that loud
months.
to you guys? Is that
Subscriber.
loud? Scorpio, great to have you here. 3 months in a row. Thanks for keeping the stream
We really
alive.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that, Scorpio.
Wouldn't be here without you. You wearing a hat today? Wearing the hat?
Yeah, lucky hat.
We need it.
So less than 20 big blinds now. 17 and a half bigs. What do we do with 17 and a half big blinds? I guess we're looking for a good 3-bet shove opportunity. This is probably not going to be it. Even if Castor comes in super wide, I don't really think that King 4 is going to be the great spot. I think that Castor could spike call. Yeah. It's tempting. Make the fold.
Come here. No.
This looks pretty good. If one of these guys opens, this looks like a good 3-bet shove spot. MDX88 does, in fact, open. We 3-bet shove. If we can pick up the 1,275 without seeing a flop, that's great. It's increasing our stack by almost 25%. But if we get called, we're probably ahead. Unless we get called with one of these guys. In which case, if T-Spin Jr. or Power KC's snap calls, we're screwed. MDX88 thinking about it. I guess if he calls, let's hope he calls with pocket 6s and not with the King Queen. He folds, we pick up 25% of our stack without having to fade the 3 cards in the middle. So that's good. It's a good result. What's up, Rob? It's good to see you, man. Good to see you in the stream. By the way, if you're going to come out for the Colossus, I'm hosting a tournament over at Planet Hollywood right before the Colossus starts on the 31st. It's a $75 tournament. It's called Exposed Poker over there at Planet Hollywood. Check it out on May 31st. I think it's at 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I'll have to check the schedule. But it's a new format of poker where all folds are face up. So it's lots of information at the table. It's going to be pretty cool. I invite you to come out and play with us. Okay, firing out. We've got 21 bigs. I think it's too much to just open shove. So we'll go ahead and fire out 700, a normal amount. Try to get up to our default positions here. Porch defends with anything. I think Porch defends with any 2 cards. No, instead he just shoves.
Wow.
Okay, Porch. Make the fold.
So Ruben Leon wants to know if PokerStars is doing good on its first week in New Jersey.
I haven't really been paying attention, to tell you the truth, Ruben. I wonder what we should call there with... I've got some notes on Porch. Basically, he's a sputard. He is the kind of player who will make those 3-bet shoves in the big blind with hands like 7-5 suited. This is what my notes are saying. So, what do we call with? I mean, if we're folding Ace-10, are we also folding Ace-Jack? And if we're folding Ace-Jack, are we also folding Ace-Queen? No, we're not folding Ace-Queen. I think that Ace-Queen is probably the line there. It's a tough one, though. I mean, it's tempting to just call with the Ace-10 and take the flip, but I don't know, it just feels too heavy. But against a player like Porch, we've got to just be prepared to play heavy. I mean, he's putting us to the test there. We probably have the best hand. It's a tough one. Against your normal opponent, I'd say, yeah, it's a fold, an easy fold. But I probably should have thought about that a little bit longer. I mean, the notes I have on Porch just say he loves those 3-bets. He loves those 3-bets. I probably should have called him. Rick the Hat says, when you work with Auth0, thank me and buy him some Pizza Rock. I'll check it out. It does sound like a really cool
I hope you win
really
this
cool
tournament,
site.
because I do feel like some pizza today.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't often feel like pizza, so...
Well, we've got other opportunities. If this reloader doesn't go well, we're going to have the $30, we're going to have the $10.
Only this one, Dutch.
They're all pizza tournaments. This one's not really going our way, though. 48 out of 53. I wish I would have called with that Ace-10 offsuit, guys. I wish that I would have just sucked it up, clinched and called. Yeah.
How many players are averaging on wsop.com, do you think, Dutch?
I'm not sure.
No guesses?
Well, JSA714 says they're averaging 800 players. So I guess 800. About 800 players.
No, here
Sounds
on
about right.
WSOP.
Oh, here on WSOP?
Yeah.
How many players do we have? Less. I mean, we got 160 people on the $10 rebind add-on that I'm playing alongside this one. You guys can't see it, but we kind of have that as a backup tournament for this reloader. So I'm going to guess about 250, 300.
Oh, wow. That much.
Around 300, probably.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I should have called that Porch bet, guys. I should have called Porch's 3-bet. I'm going to go back and look at a couple of hands where this tournament went wrong. That's one of the hands. That was a missed opportunity. Making the check fold here on a King 10-5. Making the fold.
Rick the Hack says, Dutch Boyd, you're so right. Authentication is the biggest pain point for developers, and part of is that yak crap that you have to implement for all your app sites. But these guys give you the code to get you started out of the box. After a few minutes, you're writing your app code. Good luck. Let me know what you think.
They're gonna have to start paying you, Rick the Hat. They're gonna have to start paying you to promote it. It sounds great, and I'll definitely check it out for the next app I write. The last one I wrote was subfollow.com. If any of you guys are streamers, check it out. And you have to authenticate with Twitch. And once you do, it lets you, with one click of a button, follow everybody who's subscribed to you. And it's pretty useful for streamers.
Hey, Decker's here too.
But also pretty niche. Subfollow.com. Decker711, great to see you, man. Jack 9 offsuit against Sex Gym Poker, making the fold. So yeah, Kid Poker streaming from New Jersey, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I saw Vanessa Selps also streaming from New Jersey, playing some spin and goes. I'm not really the biggest fan of spin and goes, to tell you the truth, guys. I just feel like it's a little bit spewy.
It's the gambling one? Is that the gambling one where you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Or you don't know what you're playing for until you start
you're,
playing.
Like, playing it.
They rake it pretty heavy. And you're sharing the rake with just two other people. So they're harder to beat. Just on their face, they're going to be harder to beat.
But they're fun?
I've never tried it.
No, you should try it, maybe.
But I watched Brian Pellegrino play them for a while here on Twitch.
He's traveling the world now, right?
I think so.
Traveling the world with his wife.
Traveling the world.
Kids.
He's a coder.
JSA714 says Poker Tilt was a great read, Dutch. Thanks.
Ha! Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Let's see if I have a copy here. Do you have a copy of Poker Tilt?
I don't have one on me. It's probably on the shelf. You have like 8 copies on your desk, I thought.
Well, now I don't have one. Poker Tilt, the book I wrote, guys, took a long time to write. And if you are subscribed to the stream, you should have a digital download link. So if you don't, let me know. Gosh, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. It's just also so transparent. We're getting to that point, guys, where we don't have fold equity for making a 3-bet shove. That's not really quite a 3-bet shove, but yeah, there's no way that we'd be able to get through Caster with 4,400, even if we were able to get through everybody else.
Yeah.
Even so, it's tempting.
Seth Mack wants to know how many events you're playing this year for the WSOP. Do you have a guesstimate?
I'm gonna guess about 30.
30 events. And where is your favorite?
Hopefully not that many, because hopefully we'll be making day 2s and final tables,
yeah.
and we'll have to skip quite a few of them. Hopefully only 11, and we win like 8.
Yay! And where's your favorite place to play cash in Vegas?
Yari is nice. My favorite place to play cash, though, is probably Caesars. They have a pretty nice little 2-5 no limit game. It's kind of a berry patch. Bellagio's nice. The Wynn has a really nice room.
And King Koopa.
We're running out of runway, guys. We're like Bernie Sanders in these primaries, man.
Come on,
we
you
are
gotta
running
get it.
out of runway.
You gotta get it. But he's catching up.
This
though.
plane can take off. It can do it, but it's
You need a bird
we're
on your
running
shoulder.
out. We've got how many hands until we're just done? I mean, we're gonna fade this big blind and small blind. We're gonna be down to like 3,600. I don't know that we can fade it twice, and then it's going to go up to 255. We'll have 6 big blinds. I mean, shit. It's not looking so good for our
Heroes.
For our little Sunday Reloader tournament here.
Yeah, good thing we slept in for the first one.
And it really irritates me, because I just keep on going back to that stupid porch hand with the ace-10 offsuit. Why don't I call there? I didn't call there because I felt like, okay, I'm going to find some better spots than this. I'm probably looking at, if I'm ahead, probably looking at like 60-40, and I might not be ahead. Was counting on some better spots, and now I'm looking and realizing that maybe there was not going to be better spots. Maybe that was our spot. Maybe we just needed to go ahead and hold our breath and pull the trigger. we've got 2 more hands until the big blind hits, and then the big blind and the small blind hits, and then we've got another 7 hands until death zone, basically.
Till the dead. Yeah, till drowning. King Koopa has a question about, he wants to know if you have any strategy tips on playing the Colossus this year, planning on firing multiple bullets. Think of anything else?
Definitely play it. It's bound to be the one tournament of the year besides the main event that has the highest expected value for any of us. I mean, if you're going to play one tournament of the year and you can afford it, you should always just play the main event because that's the one that's just amazing. The expected value in that is so high. There's so much dead money in that main event. And there's also a lot of life equity, like a lot of life EV that if you make the final 9 or if you actually somehow catch lightning in a bottle and win it, you're going to be able to convert that into some real value. The Colossus, though, it's going to have so many people that there's just not that many great poker players out there. So it's definitely worth playing, even though they rake the hell out of it. And yeah, I think I would say if you are planning on going all what is it 6 bullets I think that you can make in that thing.
6, wow.
Go for it. But if you're limited to the amount of bullets that you're taking, that you're going to be firing off, then fire off on Saturday. That would be my advice. And then remember too that a lot of people who are going to play that event are just taking 1 bullet. So you have more fold equity than you would expect to have in a normal tournament. A lot of people are going to, and I guess there's a little bit of a flip side to that there's going to be some pros out there who are willing to go 6 bullets and are willing to just gamble it up early on. But I think that they're probably going to be outweighed. I think there's going to be more people who are there really taking it seriously and they're giving themselves 1 shot for the whole series and this is it. So I think that in general you're going to have more fold equity than you would expect to have. But definitely play it. I'll be playing it with you. And hey, if you're going to be in Vegas a few days before, make sure to check out the Planet Hollywood event that I'm going to be hosting on the 31st. It's right before the employees event. So yeah, come check it out. And if it folds around a caster and he shoves, I think that we just make the call. We're ahead, and it's not going to get better than this. 56%. Yeah, we make the call. He calls. Call, caster. I mean, it would be great if he didn't. It would be great if we just pick up 1,200 here without having to fade a flop. Wow. So King 6 offsuit, it's ahead. Hey, and then we actually pick up a nice little pocket jacks hand. Looks pretty good.
Oh, yay.
How do we like that hand? Do you like that hand?
I
like
do.
that hand.
I do. It's finally, it's happening.
Sex Gem Poker, open limping. And yeah, let's go ahead and pick up 28% of our stack without having to fade 3 cards. Making the shove.
Are you going to shove 21 times in a row, 25 times in a row?
No, 30 times in a row, like our hero. Don't have to fade anything. Pocket Jacks is definitely ahead. Doesn't even get the call on Sex Gym Poker. Just donating a little 8% of his stack to us.
We're gonna take over the poker world.
SD Bub, man, thanks again for another month. Really appreciate you being here and supporting the stream. Awesome of you. SD Bub, you're awesome, man. Thank you very much for keeping the stream going and sticking with us yet again. It's really great to have you here on this Easter Sunday.
And Vice Chick is going to play the ladies' event this year, so good luck to you, Vice Chick. I will be there to sweat. I will take some pictures of you if you'd like. I think it's pretty awesome. She was here for 4 days last week and played a few games and won all her money from blackjack.
No.
That's really cool. So she's probably good at blackjack. Dutch doesn't like table games.
I guess if you're counting cards, it's
Positive,
more
dude.
power to you.
Well, we don't know.
We do know.
Just lucky.
We do
Just
know.
lucky.
If you count cards, blackjack is definitely beatable. We do know this.
God, there's so many people played the Colossus last year. 22. Is that real? Is that how many people played? 22,000.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I remember how disappointed everybody was when the prize pool came, or the prize.
Yeah,
Structure
and
came
first
out.
place was less than they raked off.
Yeah.
That was pretty. That was pretty disturbing. That was pretty. That was kind of ugly.
Well, it should at least get $1 million, right, for the first in that such a huge event.
It was a huge
Huge
prize
deal.
pool, and anytime you have first place paying out less than they take for the event, it just kind of sours you on it. I mean,
Still good,
generally they rake off third place, but to rake off more than first place, it was like, come on. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to flatten out the payouts.
So more people get money paid.
Yeah, they're trying to make it so that these tournaments aren't just a redistribution of poker wealth. But come on, that's what they are. This is why people play the tournaments, is for that life-changing money. And it's just a better with that many people, the biggest field in the history of live poker, I think.
Well, they didn't want it to go over
They should have had a seven-figure payday. They should have had a seven-figure payday. And Rick the Hat asking, what's the rake percentage of these WSOP tournaments? Generally, you're looking at around 9%, 8%. The bigger the buy-in, the lower the percentage is. It's kind of a weird weird balance, because the lower buy-ins tend to have weaker competition, but the higher buy-ins have a lower rake, and so it's theoretically possible for a higher percentage of the player pool to actually be break even or winning. It's a weird balance between skill and rake. This is one of those weird things where at the lowest limit, some games are just unbeatable because the rake is so oppressive. 2-4 limit with a $4 drop. That seems to me like it's an unbeatable game. But then you go up to 3-6 and that starts to get a little beatable, but 4-8 and 6-12 probably even more beatable than 3-6, not because they are easier, skill-wise. Yeah, boy, Casey, man, 3 months in a row, and to celebrate that, we're going to make the shove with pocket sevens.
7 heaven.
12 big blinds. How are you going to play it? This is how we're going to play it. We're going to make the shove, and hope if we get called that we get called with pocket twos like Castor just had. Do we get through? Looks good so far. MDX88 might decide to make the call with like a king queen or an ace something.
Nice.
Instead, we just get through. That's good. Back up to 7,500. 15 big blinds. We can fade a big blind and a small blind and still have some fold equity for a 3-bet shove. It's good. Humius. Shouldn't all poker pros get to play the employee event? Yes, we are employees, aren't we? And we should also get health insurance and retirement plans from the casinos that we work in. We're their employees. Yankee Spank says, I can't wait for the employees event. I'm going to take it down this year. I'll tell you what. Come play a satellite over at Planet Hollywood. They're doing satellites for that employee event for the 2 days leading up to it. I think the employee event is on the 1st. So on the 30th and the 31st, they're doing satellites at Planet Hollywood. And on the 31st, I'm hosting an event. I'm hosting an event on the 31st, and I'm hosting another event on the 20th. Exposed Poker, guys. It's going to be fun. So check it out. We've got little deuce 7 offsuit in the big blind. Maybe we can get a walk. And maybe we've got the kind of stack that everyone's like, Dutch is going to just shove if I raise. He's got the perfect shove stack, so I think I'll just give him a walk this time. Porch says no. No walk for you. Sex Gym Poker making the decision pretty easy. I don't know what we do if everyone folds to us and we're looking at getting 4.5 to 1 plus implied odds with any two random cards. It's a pretty big difference between any random two and the worst two. And if everyone folds to us and we've got 13 bigs, what do we do with Queen 9 offsuit? It's probably a shove if everyone were to fold. Wow, and Power KC making that open limp. Porch decides to make our decision a little easier. We're just going to fold. If Porch open limped, man, that's pretty tempting to shove. But we're definitely at least seeing a flop if he call. Well, it's not an open limp; it's a call. But yeah, if Porch had just made the call, we'd be calling too. Getting 10 to 1, it'd be a call. How are we looking in this 30? We have another 20 minutes to sign up for that. Okay, a little 4-3 suited. Power KC making the raise. I'll make the fold. It might be a shove though if everyone folds to us. Suited connectors.
Talking about Fessler.
Fessler's awesome.
He plays every hand. He's
Yeah.
playing Paul DeWall last night, and Fessler was at his table seeing every single flop.
I haven't seen a higher VPIP on WSOP. That's a lot of acronyms. But I haven't seen anybody play as many flops. And it's been working out for him in the last couple of tournaments. I mean, he took 4th place in one of the $30. He just gets everybody really aggravated with his style of play, and then he also likes pouring salt in the wound after he cracks some guy's jacks with 9-3 offsuit. He loves that. People play poker for different reasons. Guys, it doesn't mean they're wrong. Some people out there they play just because they like hanging out with other people. It's like, do I want to go see a movie or do I want to have some social interaction? I think I'm gonna go have some social interaction. And then they play every flop, and then they lose a bunch of money, and they go home and they're happy because they've been chilling out with people.
Yeah, they just like to have something to do.
And for us to say, oh well, they're playing it wrong. They're accomplishing what they're trying to accomplish. Other people, they play because they want to put the hurt on people. Well, you're going to inflict the maximum amount of pain if you play the maximum amount of flops. I mean, that's just keep that in mind. That people's motivations when they play poker aren't necessarily what yours are.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that I could limp in
What I'm saying,
and look at every flop if I wanted to.
What I'm saying is, yes, you could do that if you want to. If your motivation is not to make money at poker, if you have like some other motivation, maybe your motivation is to lose money at poker. Maybe what you like to do is go and just sprinkle money around the table. Then playing like Fessler is a good way to do that. Mission accomplished.
But in Fessler's case, isn't it like gambling? He's playing like a gambler, right?
Yes.
So
yes, he is. He enjoys the thrill. He enjoys the thrill of seeing a flop. So he maximizes that. Yeah, he plays like an idiot.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that if I played that way, I'd be an idiot?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not cool, Dutch. I'm gonna limp next time I play the league.
Playing with Fessler makes me wish that there was something more bony than a bony fish. Like maybe they would just be like a bone. It's just like this is what's left. It's like
They should have a clown.
he could
clown.
be he could be worth $1 billion and
clownfish.
still gonna go broke in like 2 years.
That's a really good one. Don't you think a clownfish would be really cute?
Man.
Clownfish.
A clownfish.
Yes, a clownfish.
That would be great.
That's what we should change a bony fish to a clownfish. That'd be really funny. Any suggestions for great books on cash games, Dutch?
Seth Mack, man, you missed our little book countdown last night.
Wait, we have a.
Do we have a
Nightbot.
link?
Nightbot.
Oh, we have a Nightbot.
Didn't you make one?
Seth Mack, I would definitely suggest the Lee Jones Winning Low Limit Hold'em book, and then I would also suggest those Zachary Elwood books. Those are going to be really applicable in any sort of cash game that you're playing. Verbal Poker Tells is great when it comes to playing, weak field cash games. In general, though, I mean, cash games really is just all about game selection, and if I'm working on a follow-up book to Poker Till that's more the strategy book, and I'm gonna be writing some stuff about about cash game strategy and game selection in there. But just look for a loud table
And
sit down at loud
and buy
tables.
and as you sit down, buy everyone shots.
Look
Don't
around
take the
for
shot.
the dumbest guy in the room and sit next to him and play with him. I mean, that's the secret to cash games. It really is. Cash games is so much about when the games you don't play. It's more about the games you don't play than the games you actually are playing. And if you need to bring real solid strategy to a game, then there's probably a weaker game that you can play. That's really all there is to it.
And I want to give a shout out to our number one fan, Hannah.
Number one fan.
Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate
That's
it. We
pretty
wouldn't be
funny.
here without you, Hannah.
That's Hacky Hand's girlfriend. So good to see you here in the stream. Big
Yes,
shout
Hannah.
out. Big shout out to
Wouldn't
Hannah.
be here without you. So shout out. Let's get some fist bumps for her, guys.
Fist bumps
Let's-
for Hannah.
let's do fist
Can we
bumps
get
in the
some
chat.
fist
Come on,
bump
guys.
emotes for Hannah in the stream?
Give some XOs.
So Guy Pie and Sex Gym Poker getting it in there. And Sex Gym Poker fading the overcards. Wouldn't have to look how that hand actually went down. Did that
Wow,
go?
it was a
yeah,
break
that was
really that
pre-flop.
much, wow.
That was pre-flop. So Guy Pie makes it a little over 2x and then calls Sex Gym Poker's shove. Jack 10 off.
Jack 10 off.
I guess if you're going to call the shove from Sex Gym Poker, the only reason you'd be making making it a lower amount is because you don't want Porch to push you off of your Jack 10. Or I don't exactly know what the point is there, because if Guy Pie is going to call Sex Gym Poker's shove, it seems to me like I guess he's not calling Porch's 3-bet. But that kind of raise just kind of opens up Porch to make the 3-bet and kind of attack you. It also opens Sex Gym Poker up to maybe see that as he's not calling. But Guy Pie making the shove there and putting himself at risk against Porch, that's probably not the best thing either. I mean, it's 25 big blinds to make the shove. It's a tough one there. If you're in Guy Pie's spot with Jack 10 off suit on the button, what I'm saying is he might have been better off just making the shove himself rather than making the min open and then calling Sex Gym Poker's 3-bet ship. You don't really want to give Porch that illusion of being able to push you off with any 2. And Porch is the kind of person who's going to 3-bet pretty light there. You don't want to open up opportunities for your opponent. And then, Sex Gym Poker having the pocket 9s there. I mean, he could have been making that move with hands like King 4s and ace threes, thinking that he had some fold equity when he didn't. So in those situations, you kind of would prefer guy pie just to make the shove. I will tell you this: if Porch had the same amount as Sexton Poker had, if they were both sitting there at like 5,500, 6,000, then guy pie is definitely supposed to be making the shove rather than making the minimum raise.
Maverick BP in the house.
Maverick, great
What's
to see you,
up?
man. Maverick's
wow.
thinking about.
He's moving.
Not
here.
thinking about. He's making the move.
Yeah, he's moving here.
He's packing up the car, moving up to Vegas, and I hope that I hope that Vegas
I think he
welcomes
got
you
a
with
ticket.
open arms, my
I think
friend.
JD Cole's getting him a ticket.
Making the fold.
Is JD Cole here? I thought he was.
I don't think so. I think they're coming in April.
No. In the chat.
Oh, I'm not sure. We can find out. No, JD Cole's not with us tonight.
Aw. Oh, you know what I feel like right now? Some
What?
eggs.
Some eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs that are colored.
Making the fold with Jack 5 off. Guy pie making
Maybe-
this a very easy decision for us.
Ah, yeah, he is.
I mean, hell, T-Spin Jr. made it an easy decision for us.
I think for dinner we'll make some deviled eggs, Dutch, to celebrate.
Oh, that sounds
he
delicious.
says. Oh, here we go. There's the fist bumps for the chat. They're caught up. For Hannah.
Guy pie, do you get through? Man, we're really at that point, guys. I mean, we're at the shove or fold spot. 5,000 chips, less than 10 big blinds. I hate this situation. 8 bigs. 8 big blinds. Wow. And what the hell? T-Spin just nit rolling him. Just nit rolling him. Why would you take that long to think about calling? You're calling with pocket queens, right? You're never folding pocket queens. I don't like the nit roll there. Guy pie making making a pretty quick shove with the kings. Yeah, we're making the fold here with 9 high. 0 fold equity, 9 high. Pretty standard fold.
Hey,
Sticky Slug,
Sticky
good to see you,
Slug.
man. Good to see you.
Okay, we need aces, guys. How long has it been since you had aces?
It's been a while.
It has,
It
right?
feels like it's been a little while.
Thomas Skidmore subscribing for 3 months in a row.
Thomas Skidmore, man, thanks so much. Really appreciate you being here.
You are awesome, and we wouldn't be here without you. We appreciate
It's true.
your sub.
It's true we wouldn't. And Thomas, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. So MDX88 making the min raise, and now we're sitting here with Queen Jack offsuit, thinking, is this the spot? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have a spot where we're open shoving. I mean, if everyone folded to us, we're definitely open shoving, but we have 0 fold equity, and we're probably not ahead. So it's like, okay, well, do you want to call for a quarter of your chips and see a flop? This is better. Again, 0 fold equity, and we're probably not ahead. 0 fold equity, we're probably not ahead. Well, we don't have 0 fold equity. We have some fold equity. Sexton Poker might decide, you know what, I'm folding my small pocket pair. He might decide, you know what, I'm folding my ace-6 suited. We have some fold equity here. And if we get called, well, we might be ahead if he's got pocket 5s or something. Yeah, look at that. Fold equity for the win.
Yay!
I think it's probably a fold if you don't have fold equity, but if you do, it's a shove. Now we're looking at 11 big blinds. Now we can fade a big blind and a small blind and still have a little bit of fold equity for an open shove. It's not looking good for us, guys, but it's looking better than it was 2 hands ago. Yeah, Maverick BP. I'm sorry to see Hog Wild go. I don't know what it's going to mean for the Poker Zero site and the future of the Twitch Poker League. I really don't know. I've been talking to them. They're willing to let us continue to use their... Yeah, this is going to be a shove, I think. Right? 11 bigs? Yeah, it's a shove. I hate it, but it's a shove. Hope we get through. I hope we get through, and if we don't, I hope they call with like an ace jack or pocket threes rather than ace queen or pocket kings. Okay, we get through.
Nice.
So blinds go up. We are down to 10 bigs.
Oh, look like your chips
Making
are
a
going up.
fold.
Wow. Look at that.
The chips are going up, but the blinds are staying the same.
Yeah. So, guys, if you guys are just joining us on the stream, make sure you click follow. It's right below me, and it's right above Dutch if you're on mobile. It's a little heart. It costs you nothing, and it helps the stream out.
That's right. It really does. It helps us out quite a bit. If
So
you haven't followed the
follow.
stream yet, it's free. It's quick. How does it help us? Why does it help
And
us?
there's no obligation to watch again once you follow.
No obligation to ever watch again. Why does it help us anyway?
I don't know. How does it? It helps us by putting us on the. How does it help us, Dutch?
It helps us because when people are putting up lists of the top poker streamers,
Okay.
they inevitably use follows as a way to rank the streamers.
Ah.
So the more follows we have, the more top 10 lists we get to be on, the more people are told about the stream. That's how it helps us.
And it's cool to have those numbers pretty big, right?
Yeah.
What is our followers at anyways right now?
It's over 12,000.
We need to make it 13, guys.
We
Lucky
have a
13.
goal of 13,000. That might take a while.
13.
Might take a while.
13.
9-6 suited. Do we get to see a flop? Mayhaps. Nitch is here. I always assume the nit roller is multi-tabling and takes time to see the shove on his screen. Yeah,
Could
maybe.
be.
That could be. You
For
know,
sure.
it's hard to it's hard to come up with
Nooch.
timing. It's hard to decipher what
Other
a
people.
long time to call means, but
No, you've
generally,
done it
even if
too.
you're
You
multi-tab,
look like you knit rolled some people.
there's been a couple
before.
times when it looked like I was nit rolling when I was explaining something or
Yeah.
talking about a hand, for sure. So Happy Mon making the shove with King 9, getting called by Guy Pie. We're down to 9 bigs. Now we're down to 8.5 big blinds. If everyone folds to us as a shove against Vegas JF, we'll see if we get that opportunity. Two people need to fold for us to make this shove. No. Yeah, BK, I'll make the fold there with the king. King rag, it seems like a fold to me. Yeah, that's a good point though, Nudge, for sure. Chivas USA Poker says, some people say you can have fold equity at approximately 3.5 big blinds. And those people are wrong. you shouldn't be able to get a fold with 3.5 big blinds. I mean,
But it happens, though, no?
it happens. It does happen, but it's just because the people you're playing against are making huge mistakes. Making the fold with 9-5. These guys are playing good. They're taking every spot, you guys. They're taking every spot. Yeah, Flatty, I'm with you on that. I hope that Hog Wild does the right thing, and
Yeah.
I imagine they are. I imagine they're just backlogged. You know, I mean, they shut down the site, and usually it takes them. You know, usually they handle their cash outs quicker than real money sites do. You know,
Yeah,
now that they
surprised.
shut
We were surprised
down.
about the shutdown in general.
Oh, it happened so quick.
Yeah, we didn't even know it was happening, which
like
kind of sucks
overnight.
for our league, and we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with everything.
Yeah, I mean, we
as
still
well.
have the opportunity to
To use our software.
use the software for the league.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
it's still open. We can do that.
Yeah, I have no. Yeah, I don't really know all the details in it.
We are gonna like take over
Seth Mac
Making
11
the
just
fold.
subscribed.
Seth Mack, man, thanks so much. Welcome to the crew. Really appreciate you being here and supporting the stream, and thank you very much for clicking on that sub button. That's huge. It's really awesome of you, man. We got some things for all of our new subs. We've got a download link to Poker Tilt. Somewhere I have a copy of that book. Hold on for a second. Let me go grab one. This is what it looks like, you guys.
You're gonna like take over the
Took a long time to write. MB Blood, thanks so much for the resub too. 8 months, man. That's a good chunk of time that you've been with us since the early days. It's great to have you here. Yeah, Poker Tilt. You get one of these for subscribing. You also get a couple of these fist bump patches. You get the emotes to use anywhere on Twitch. And you get to know that you are helping a streamer out, and you know actually paying for content that you're consuming. So we definitely wouldn't be here without the subs. Ashley Not Ash, good to see you two in the stream. Subscribe to no stream for 2 weeks. I'll tell you what, we kind of keep an odd schedule here, but I feel like we have been streaming a lot this year. 31 streams so far. You know, so.
Ash wants to subscribe, but is worried that once they subscribe, we're not going to be on. But I was explaining that
Might want to wait for a weekend too, because I'm going to be out of town this upcoming weekend. I'm going back to Missouri.
We usually stream pretty consistently. It was only, I think February was the only month that we stopped because of the mental issues.
Yeah, mental health issues, and even so, we still have 31 streams.
Yeah, and then
so,
that
trying to be
sucked.
on more often than we're not as far as days go.
And also, we plan to we in the future we plan to do different content as well. And
yeah, we'll
during
get back
the
to some more of those like poker
clinics
and HPT viewing parties. We haven't been doing those since the new year.
And WSOP you kind of stopped streaming during WSOP, but this year I'm going to try to get you to stream.
And by the way,
We'll
Ace
see.
is up. So it used to be that the Vault, the previous streams were sub only. We made that everybody. So now everybody can go back. If we're not streaming, anybody can go back and see our past broadcasts. So that is no longer a sub only perk. That's an everybody perk. Everybody gets access to that. I probably shouldn't have told you that Ace is up, just in case that's the only reason you're still sub.
We might change it back.
We might change it back.
We might change it back now.
But yeah, for the most part, Ashley, for the most part, you pretty much get the same thing whether you subscribe or not. You get the emoticons when you subscribe.
Well, that's not a very good sales. Is it,
It's not a
Josh?
very good sales, but it's
Jeez,
the
you're
truth.
fired.
I mean, the only thing
No, what
is
you do
we
is
wouldn't
you
be
get to
here without the
support-
subs.
you
If it
support
wasn't
the
for
stream
subscribers, we
and-
wouldn't be streaming. And I to tell you the truth, one of the reasons
gosh, you're
that
so
I
fired,
feel like
Josh.
we've been streaming less is because the sub count has been dropping off a little bit. Maybe it'll get back, to its former glory, closer to the series. But yeah, it's we're not doing this because of the poker. We're doing this because of the stream. So it definitely is one of those things where I'm not saying that like. Yeah, I can't promise that if you subscribe, we're going to be on 5 days a week instead of 4 days a week. But if nobody subscribed, we would be on 0 times a week. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we'll be right back in a minute. I'm going to get a refill of the coffee, and I do appreciate you guys being here. Big shout out to our to everybody here. Make sure to click on the follow button if you haven't already. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. 8-4 offsuit, BK1048 making the raise. We're sitting here with 8 big blinds, not really sure how to play it. Looking for a situation where we can make the first move, where we can force them to blink. You know, it's kind of one of those situations where you're playing chicken with 8 big blinds. You got to just take your steering wheel out and throw it out the window. Let them know that this is it. Last stand. King 10 off. This is going to be it. If it goes fold, 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 it's a shove. Last stand. Here we go. Make the fold. Focus on folds.
What happened to your
Fold,
chips,
fold,
Dutch?
fold, fold.
Ah, damn.
Okay, Vegas JF. Turn over those pocket 8s.
Got a lot of lag. Are you dropping frames?
No.
Yeah, we're...
That's like worst
10.
case scenario.
10. Ah, damn.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 2,200 left.
That sucks.
Now we have 3 big blinds. Would have really preferred Vegas JF to have an ace queen there. This is it. This is the shove. It doesn't matter that we have no fold equity. We can't wait around any longer. Pocket pair. Hope that we're ahead of QAZ WSX. Hope that we get a little bit of dead money in the form of Movado and Guy Pie's blinds. Oh wow, we're not flipping. Flipping what? Down to 2 outs. Back to 6,200. It's like the last hand never even happened. Avid Day. 12 months. Are you kidding me? We've been together for a year. Avid Day.
I love Avid
Thank you
Day.
so much for keeping the stream alive, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Decker 711 saying, "Are you dropping frames?"
I don't think you are.
Maybe. A couple of other people are
Up.
saying the same thing.
Aces Up says that he is a lifer because you bought him pizza on his birthday.
That was a good pizza pie. Good pizza pie. Cy Bonafide, good to see you. Says commenting from St. Louis now. STL, good to see you. Oh my gosh, Nilesy is in the stream.
Happy
Nilesy, it's great to see
anniversary.
you, man. A year. Are you kidding? A year. It's great to have you here. Nilesy, he's the best, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the community here, Nilesy. Thank you for very much for being part of Twitch and being part of our of the Fist Bump crew. It wouldn't be the same without you. It really wouldn't, and it's really awesome having you here. Making the fold there. You guys can't see it. We're 3-tabling you guys, but we're focusing on this reloader. Little ace deuce offsuit. This is it.
Ace deuce offsuit right here. What is it? What are you going all in with?
7.5 big blinds with an ace high.
Oh. And what's the other card? 2?
2.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. We might get through. We might get through.
I do like that cookie. Look at the cookie. Oh, that nom
We
nom.
don't get through. BK1048. Oh, beautiful. That's actually a really good thing.
Is it?
It is. It's better than both of them calling. Now BK1048 probably makes the fold, and we're looking at tripling up with the best hand. Hold. Boom. How do you like that, guys? 18,000. I mean, that was special.
Wait a minute.
That was special. That was great.
Really cray.
Yeah, that was. So BK1048 made the call, opened up QAZ WSX to make the move to turn his Jack 10 suited into a spot where now he's looking at getting 2-1 on what he probably thought was actually ahead. He probably was looking at his hand thinking that, gosh, guys, getting 4-1 on suited connectors, let's do it. Little 2-3 suited, Jack 5, Guy Pie follows up with a C-bet, I'd think. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe he checks back with an ace rag, gives us an opportunity to catch up. He does the right thing. So yeah, I don't hate the shove by QAZ WSX. I really don't. I think he looked at it. He thought, well, Dutch could have a small pocket pair, and Jack 10 suited is actually slightly ahead. Let's go ahead and push BK1048 out of here and say we're going to have some dead money in this here hand. As it turned out, he was 45 to our 55, and there was 6,000 dead money. So even though it didn't work out well for him, he did actually maximize his equity there. And this is pretty. 16 big blinds, and we have the ace king off. This is pretty. It's going to be a shove if one of these guys opens. If nobody opens, we'll open. $2,100.
This is dropping really bad. I wonder if it's a server.
Yeah, you know what? We are dropping frames. Might be because we're also running an ARC server. Perfect flop for us.
Let's see.
It's dropping a lot.
Do you need to restart?
Probably.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and make the raise here with our C-bet.